So listen to this, because what you're watching right now doesn't make sense. There are players who chase the game, players who need touches, rhythm, confidence. And then there's Erling Haaland, a player who doesn't follow the rhythm of football. He is the rhythm. While others build up to moments, he lives inside them, waiting, calculating. And then, in a split second, it's over. Goal, again and again. And the scary part, it looks too easy. When he arrived at Manchester City in 2022, this wasn't supposed to work, not like this. This was a system built by Pep Guardiola, a system that rejected traditional strikers, that thrived on movement, false nines, control. So when Haaland walked in, people didn't just doubt him, they questioned everything. Could a pure number 9 survive in a team where everyone touches the ball except the striker? Would City have to change for him, or would he disappear inside the system? And then came the criticism. He's the best in front of goal, but as a player, he's limited. He looks like a League 2 striker. He chose the wrong club. But here's where the story flips, because while the world was talking, Haaland was scoring relentlessly. His first games in the Premier League didn't look like adaptation. They looked like domination. 2 hat tricks in his first month. Defenders weren't outplayed. They were erased. 1 run, 1 touch, 1 finish. It didn't matter how the ball came. It always ended the same way. By the time the season reached its peak, he wasn't just breaking records, he was rewriting them. 36 goals in the league. A record that stood for nearly 3 decades. Gone. Over 50 in all competitions. But even that doesn't tell the full story, because it wasn't just how many he scored, it was when. When the title race tightened against Arsenal, he delivered. When Europe demanded perfection against Bayern Munich, he delivered. When the pressure of the derby rose against Manchester United, he delivered. Over and over again, at the exact moment City needed him most. He wasn't just scoring goals, he was deciding seasons. And suddenly, the narrative changed. This wasn't about whether Haaland could fit into City anymore. It was about how City had become something else because of him. A machine with a final weapon. A team that didn't just control games, but ended them. And in that moment, everything aligned. The system, the striker, the timing. Manchester City didn't just win. They completed football, the Premier League, the FA Cup, and finally, the one trophy that had always slipped away. The UEFA Champions League, the treble. But here's the truth no one is ready to admit yet. This isn't the final version of Haaland, because while defenders are still trying to understand him, he's already evolving, learning, adapting, becoming more than just a finisher. And just when it felt like it couldn't get any bigger, it did. Because that treble wasn't the end of the story. It was the beginning of something far more dangerous. It was proof that Manchester City had evolved. And at the center of that evolution stood Erling Haaland. See, most players hit a peak, ride the wave, and slowly fade. But Haaland doesn't operate like that. He doesn't chase moments. He resets them. Every match, same hunger, same focus, same cold obsession. You rarely see him celebrate wildly, rarely see frustration, because for him, it's not about the noise, it's about the next goal. And that's what makes him different. While others play for highlights, Haaland plays for efficiency. While others look for brilliance, he looks for certainty. Pep Guardiola once said he's addicted to scoring. And when you watch him, you understand why. Because what looks simple is anything but. Those tap-ins people joke about. That's intelligence at its highest level. It's positioning refined to perfection. It's movement so precise that defenders don't even realize they've lost him until it's too late. He's not reacting to the game. He's predicting it. And then, just when everything seemed perfect, reality hit. Fatigue, injuries, a long, brutal season catching up with City. Kevin De Bruyne sidelined, defenders rotating in and out, the rhythm that once looked unstoppable, starting to crack. For most teams, that's where everything falls apart. But for Haaland, that's where the real test begins. Because suddenly, the chances aren't flowing, the passes aren't as clean, the dominance isn't constant. And yet, he's still there, waiting, watching, invisible for 20 minutes. And then, one movement, one touch, one finish, goal. It's almost unfair. Because while other forwards drift out of games when they're not involved, Haaland does the opposite. He becomes more dangerous. He trusts the moment will come. And when it does, he doesn't miss. That patience, that mental strength, that ability to stay locked in without needing the ball, that's what separates him. And when De Bruyne finally returns, it's like watching a machine restart. The passes, the runs, the timing, perfect again. One sees the pass before it exists. The other arrives before anyone can react. Together, they don't just create chances, they guarantee them. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Because now, Haaland isn't just a finisher anymore. He's evolving, dropping deeper, linking play, holding the ball, drawing defenders, creating space for Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva. He's learning how to control games without even scoring, quietly, almost unnoticed, adding layers to his game. And still, the numbers keep climbing. Records falling faster than anyone can track them. Fastest to 50 in the league, dominating Europe before 25. Hat tricks becoming routine. But numbers don't explain the fear. Because the truth is, everyone knows what Haaland is going to do. The defenders see the run. The crowd anticipates it. The entire stadium understands what's coming. And still, they can't stop it. That's his real power. Not unpredictability, but inevitability. His movement bends defenses, forces teams deeper, changes how opponents play before the match even begins. He doesn't just play in the system, he reshapes it. And that's why the system player argument falls apart. Because if it was that simple, anyone could do it. But they can't. Because what Haaland has can't be coached. And the scariest part, he's not finished, not even close. He's still learning, still adapting, still refining the smallest details under Guardiola's guidance. Stronger hold-up play, smarter pressing, better decision-making. He's turning from a weapon into a complete force. Off the pitch, it's the same story. Discipline, routine, obsession with improvement. Every meal, every recovery session, every hour of sleep, calculated. Built for longevity, built for dominance. And when you realize that most strikers peak later, 27, 28, even 30, you start to understand what we're really witnessing. This isn't his final form. And this is where it all comes together. Because when you really watch Erling Haaland, you start to realize he's not just another elite striker. He's a problem that defenders simply can't solve. Too strong to push off the ball, too fast to recover against, too intelligent to track for 90 minutes. He's built like the perfect storm. Every movement has purpose. Every run is calculated. Every touch is minimal but decisive. He doesn't waste actions trying to impress. He finishes them. And that's where the fear comes from. Because even when he's already scored once, twice, even a hat trick, there's no drop, no satisfaction, no slowing down. He still wants the fourth, the fifth. That relentless hunger, that almost mechanical obsession with goals, is what separates him from everyone else. Inside the box, his movement isn't just good, it's historic. The way he drifts between defenders, pauses for a split second, then explodes into space. It feels like he's operating on a different timeline. And under Pep Guardiola, in a system built on precision and control, he's found the perfect environment to turn that instinct into domination. But here's the twist. When people say Haaland is peaking, they might be misunderstanding what they're seeing. Because this doesn't look like a peak. It looks like a baseline. A level of consistency so high that it feels unreal. Yet he repeats it week after week like it's routine. No noise, no distractions, no unnecessary drama. While modern football demands personalities, headlines, and constant attention, Haaland moves in silence, focused, disciplined, always improving. Listen to him speak and you'll notice it immediately. No bold promises, no exaggerated confidence, just calm certainty. He doesn't talk about what he will do. He goes out and does it. And in a game where flair often steals the spotlight, Haaland proves something different. That simplicity, when mastered, becomes unstoppable. That greatness doesn't always need tricks or speeches. Sometimes it's just showing up again and again and doing your job better than anyone else alive. And as long as he keeps that mentality, Manchester City will always have an edge. And the rest of the football world will keep asking the same question over and over again. If this isn't even his final form yet, then what happens when he truly reaches it?